It's May 5th and Fernando Tatis Jr. still hasn't hit a home run 30 plus games in. It's the longest drought of his entire career, and it goes all the way back to September 27th of last season. It's odd for a guy who once hit 42 long balls back in 2021. But here's the thing, and this is actually what inspired me to make this video, and it's not because he's been bad. Like, basically at all, he hasn't been bad. Pull up his Savant page and you'll see what I mean by that. His hard hit rate is almost 61%, which puts him in the 99th percentile of every hitter in the league. His average exit velocity is in the 92nd percentile. His barrel rate is 13%, which is the 80th percentile. His expected batting average is 23 points higher than his current average, and his expected WOBA is right around 350. I'm not trying to throw stats at you guys. These numbers show a guy who is absolutely punishing the baseball. The content quality is legitimately elite right now, and the results just aren't matching up. His bench coach, Randy Nora, actually said it best, quote, "I've never seen anything like that before. Every night he's just crushing balls and it happens to go right at somebody," end quote. And that's exactly what it looks like watching him. He's hitting absolute rockets. They're just finding gloves every single time. In fact, Tatis is the first player in the entire StatCast era with a hard hit rate over 60% in a month without hitting a single home run. And I definitely wouldn't call it a slump. It's just historically bad luck. So on the surface, you may look at the slash line and see a 252 average, a 301 slug, a 76 OPS plus with 0 homers a month into the season. You might immediately think that something is extremely seriously wrong with Fernando Tatis. But there is something that is wrong, and we'll have to look at that here. Because there is a mechanical tweak happening, and it's worth understanding. Tatis is hitting the ball on the ground more than he ever has in his entire career, and he's pulling the ball less than he ever has as well. Those two things put together are basically a home run killer. The simplest way to hit a home run out of the ballpark is to pull the ball in the air, and he's just not doing that right now. The reason seems to be his stance. He closed himself off dramatically this offseason. Last year, his stance was around 38 degrees open, and this year it's all the way down to 10. Nobody in baseball has changed their stance more from 25 to 26 than Tatis. The theory that I have with this is that when he closes off his stance, it's causing him to make contact deeper in the zone, which means instead of getting out in front and pulling the ball is either going straight on the ground or it's going the opposite way, which is definitely hurting his home run numbers. In 2021, which was his best season, his pull air rate was around 22%. This year, it's sitting right below 6%. And of the 115 fastballs he's swung at so far in this 2026 season, he hasn't pulled a single one in the air. Not a single one. So yeah, it's a mix of bad luck and a mechanical issue hitting at the exact same time, which is why it's been so prolonged and pretty ugly to watch so far this year. Tatis himself has said that he's doing everything he can. He's hitting early, doing extra BP after games, but it still hasn't turned around, and he said he's trying to figure it out. And you can hear the frustration out of those words coming out of Tatis' mouth, because this isn't a guy who's checked out of baseball, who's checked out of the team. He's putting in the work and he's actually grinding through it. But here's something that I think gets overlooked a little bit, especially with Tatis, is he is still one of the best defenders in the entire league. His range OAA is in the 95th percentile. His arm strength is in the 96th, and the Padres have also been giving him reps at second base, and he's handled it well. He's covering ground all over the field and is throwing absolute lasers wherever he needs to. And none of that shows up anywhere near the home run column. He won a platinum glove in right field last year. That doesn't just disappear because the ball isn't flying offensively right now. And this is not to mention that the Padres are still winning. They're sitting near the top of the NL West, right up there with the Dodgers. And they're doing it all without Tatis carrying the offense like he does usually. He's still getting on base. He leads the team in steals. He's contributing. The home runs haven't come yet, but eventually they will. And because when you look at that Savant page, the exit velo, the barrel rate, the hard hit rate, all of that contact quality has to normalize at some point. And the balls that are finding gloves right now will start finding gaps. Listen, he's 27 years old. He's healthy. The underlying number is saying he's hitting the ball just as hard as he ever has. The drought will end. It really is just a matter of when. And we'll have to see how much longer this goes on. But Fernando Tatis Jr. will definitely be okay. He'll end up having a good year. And I'll catch you on the next video.